Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The sun had barely risen when the producers at This Morning huddled around their screens, eyes wide, coffee cups clutched like lifelines. Overnight, clips of Chancellor Rachel Reeves, eyes glistening, voice cracking as she spoke of child poverty, had ignited social media like wildfire. It wasn't the speech alone that caused the stir, but the rare sight of raw, unfiltered emotion in Westminster's marble halls. "She cried," whispered one intern. "She cared," corrected another. By 9 a.m., the nation was watching. Back in the This Morning studio, sunlight poured in through the tall glass windows as Josie Gibson adjusted her mic and turned to the camera with a mix of empathy and fire in her eyes. Sitting beside her was Dermot O'Leary, leaning slightly forward, expression unreadable. "Welcome back," Josie began, "and if you haven't seen it yet, Rachel Reeves broke down in Parliament yesterday, in the middle of her address on food insecurity. It was unexpected." Dermot nodded. "Unexpected, but not unwelcome. We've invited political analyst and writer Naya Banner to give us some context. Naya, morning." Naya, a sharp-eyed columnist with a reputation for her blistering op-eds, gave a polite nod. "Morning, both." Josie leaned in. "Let's not dance around it. Rachel Reeves cried. In Parliament. What's the verdict?" Naya smiled, but it wasn't cynical. "For once, I'm going to shock you. I think she was brave." Josie blinked. "You're serious?" "Dead serious," Naya replied. "People think Parliament is only for stiff suits and sharper tongues, but yesterday we saw something far rarer than a rousing speech. We saw humanity. When Rachel Reeves cried, it wasn't political theater. It was the weight of real lives behind those numbers." Dermot raised a brow. "But some are calling it weakness, that leaders shouldn't break down." "And that's exactly the problem," Naya said, voice firm. "We've mistaken stoicism for strength. She wasn't sobbing uncontrollably. She paused, wiped away tears, and kept going. That's not weakness. That's resilience." Josie turned toward the camera, visibly moved. "I think people felt it, Naya. I know I did. The way she said, 'No child in Britain should go to bed hungry,' and then just stopped. Like she couldn't believe we still live in a country where that sentence needs to be said." "And maybe that's what Parliament needs," Naya added. "Not more clever wordplay or smug sound bites, but a gut punch of truth. We've spent decades hearing politicians debate poverty and statistics. Yesterday, Reeves reminded us that behind every stat is a stomach, often empty." A silence fell in the studio for a beat, rare, genuine, and unscripted. Then Dermot cleared his throat. "Do you think this changes anything politically?" Naya tilted her head thoughtfully. "Maybe not overnight, but in the long run, yes. Empathy can be contagious. If nothing else, it forces others to confront what they've comfortably ignored. And maybe, just maybe, it gives people permission to care again." The segment ended, but Twitter didn't. #ReevesMoment trended for 11 hours. Someone made a minimalist poster of her tear-streaked face with the phrase, "Strength looks like this." Another, more cynical meme read, "Tears won't fill tummies." But across the country, something shifted. That night, a woman in Coventry told her children that the Chancellor had cried for them. A retired miner in Wrexham said he hadn't cried in 20 years, until yesterday. And in the press gallery, even Reeves's staunchest critics scribbled notes with softened pens. Back in Parliament, Reeves emerged from her office, eyes clearer, spine straighter. She knew the moment had cost her something, but given far more. And in a studio hundreds of miles away, Naya Banner, a seasoned journalist known for her steel, quietly updated her next article. Title: "When Leaders Cry, the Politics of Feeling in a Numb Nation."